Big Crazy John here with Big Crazy Outdoor Adventures. I'm at Hahn State Park near St. Genevieve, Missouri, which is an hour south of St. Louis, Missouri. And I'm going to do a walk around video of the camper, and we're wanting to sell it. This may be the goodbye or farewell camp trip, depending on how this goes. I do have to keep this video to 10 minutes, so it's just going to be a walk around. And if you're watching this from rvtrader.com, be sure to check out my channel, Big Crazy Outdoor Adventures. You can get to it by going to bcoa.tv. That is the URL. And you can see videos I'm going to do on the inside. I'm going to show how the Murphy bed works. I'm going to show how the outside gas range works, how to hitch it up, things of this nature. A lot of other videos over the past 6 years that I've had this camper with Amy. And actually the first walkthrough I did it here at Hahn 6 years ago. So stay tuned for the walk around. Okay, so this is the front of the Micro Lite. We have two 30-pound tanks, propane tanks up here. You can, I kind of loosened these before, twist them off, and then you can get access to it. You can turn on. Currently, I have it, there's an arrow pointing over to this one. I have this tank on because I've been using it this weekend. And we do have the electric hitch. We have the battery box and the battery in there. And the hitch works great. Got stabilizing jacks, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. We have lots of storage. This is the fresh water intake. I'm actually using the fresh water this weekend. And so far so good with that. You'll get this extra antifreeze that we had for winterizing the camper. There is a lot of storage. There is a pass-through storage through there. So there's lots of storage under there. We have a lot of things that you'll get with the camper, like these blocks. There's a sway control. There's stabilizing bars for the hitch. There's the black tank, the sewer setup stuff, to do the gray and black tank storage. This is a vertical big cabinet. It's actually, there's a cabinet on the inside you access. You can't get access to this from the inside, but this is a very, very tall storage. So fishing poles can go in there, tables. This plastic mat we have used in the front. It's very nice. That will go with the camper. That chair's mine. That's not going. The hoses will go. There is electrical. I'll go through that in a second. But this bin, we normally put water in there. But the hoses will go, and yeah, nice, a lot of storage. This is actually under the bench in that area there. So obviously this is the slide out, so that functions. We have the X-Chocks in. The X-Chocks will go. We have the hot water tank here. This is the hot water pressure relief valve. So when you're done for the weekend and you want to open up the anoid, pressure relief, then open the anoid. You can cable satellite. Hardly ever used it. Antifreeze inlet, we use that every year. City water connection, so when you have a water connection at your campsite, you can hook up with this. I actually used it yesterday to kind of clear out the lines with the de-winterizing. This is a nice feature. Not a nice feature to deal with, but it's a nice feature when you have to deal with it. This is the gray and the black tank. So you always want to empty your black first and then follow with the gray to clean out the hose. But it's nice that it's one connection, so you don't have to have 2 connections for that. So there's that. This is a 30 amp that we have plugged in here. Our camper is 30 amp. We do have a 50 amp to 30 amp connection that you can use if you're like in a site like this, and if it was only 50 amp, which is this plug on the left, we do have an option for that, so you could connect to that. But there was a 30 amp, and there's also that 20 amp to the right of that. But this is a nice surge protector that Amy got. We've stayed at an assortment of sites, and some of the private sites don't have great electric. But this does tell you that we have good ground, correct wiring is what it says there. So that's a good protects against surge. So this is the backup camera. I will show if that is working or not. I do have the connection for that. I'm gonna get up on the roof, see if I can do this one-handed. Don't do this at home, kids. I'm not a professional, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. I don't know, I'm going in time here. So this is the roof. You know, I am staying at a camp park here, so there is some stuff up here. But I did do the lap sealant over here, just as precautionary. There wasn't any leak. A little bit over there as well, because you have to check the lap sealant every so often, make sure it's still pliable, you know, it's not like breaking off. And I did do the lap sealant around this vent, heavy, and this vent is great, doing well. No issues with this. Again, this was preventative lap sealant here, so the roof looks like it's in good shape. I don't see any, you know, major dings, dents, tears. So I think we're good here. So obviously the vent, there is this Wi-Fi Ranger. You can, it's a Wi-Fi extender. Yeah, so another air vent here. So this is the air conditioner, and that's the antenna. And that's just like an AM/FM antenna there. That is a TV antenna. That is the range vent. So this guy here, we have used this for the gray tote that when we go for extended periods of time, you bring the gray tote and you can like camp up at like Table Rock Lake, for example. We use it there, and you can put the gray tote on there. You'll be getting the gray tote with this purchase. And so if you want to empty your gray water because you've had too many showers and you know you're full, so that would be why you'd use that. Outside shower, this is the black tank clean out, spare tire, 2 stabilizing jacks in the back, and then one of the favorite outside features here is the outside kitchen. So the stove is great. I had some video I took of using the stove. There is a cable hose here that connects to the gas there, and actually now that I'm right here, I'm just going to plug this back up. And there is that. Then we have storage. We do have a working sink there. Got some air in that line, but that's not a big deal. We had like tiki torches off, you know, can koozies, stuff like that out here, and beer fridge. You know, we had a lot of beverages in this fridge when we were using it. So yeah, that's the outside kitchen. This is the vent for the refrigerator. This is a TV mount. These are outside speakers that do work, and this is a table I put up here just to show it does connect with this rail. We normally store it in this area under the outside range. And then there is a gas line here that you can connect a grill here. That is an option. We had it, we got rid of it. We didn't want to use it because we had a Coleman grill we would use on here. So there is that. And then the other thing I wanted to point out was the weight of the cargo should never exceed 1,381 pounds. Let's see here. So that is something that is, you know, sometimes significant. It says dry weight 5,275 pounds. This storage, this is just the other side of the storage, the pass-through storage. There is this manual crank, as well. So this one is for the stabilizing jacks. The awning is one other thing I did want to show. I'll show that actually right now. Slide. So this is kind of your command center. Extend. And it's a good thing we extended it because it rained and it's probably pretty wet. I typically go about there. And then you can adjust these. There's this knob if you want to lock it in place. And you can pull it down. It's good to pull it down to one side. That way you can have it drain. There we go. That's locked. Okay, now we got it down on one side. Hope you enjoyed the walk around of the camper. remember, get outside and have some fun. Thanks for watching.